Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Beginner Guitar Lessons. Having trouble speaking today, so please tread lightly. What we're going to do today is we're going to expand on the natural minor scale in the sense that I want to tell you what the chords are, how they're formed, what their function is, and all that good stuff. If you go back into the Beginner Guitar Lessons playlist, you'll notice that we've done the major scale as the scale itself played on guitar, right? And then I have another video expanding on the major scale where I actually go through and name and play all of the chords in the major scale. I also put up some information on the screen so you can see what's going on. This is that, but for the minor scale, okay? So I'm going to put up the, I think we'll go with the A minor scale, A natural minor. We'll stick with the theme of the A. And I'm going to put it up on screen, so you're going to be able to see the notes of the scale. You're also going to be able to see the chords that are built off every scale degree. And I'm going to go through and play them, and I'll give you a close-up so you can see what's going on. Here we go. The one chord in the key of A minor is A minor. Alright? Now we're dealing with a minor key, so the one chord would have to be minor, because the one chord is the foundation of the scale. So if it's a major key, it's a major chord at the beginning. If it's a minor key, it's a minor chord at the beginning. So here is your A natural minor, all right? I will put up other information on the screen for you. But we've got 4-2, 3-2, and 2-1. And it's really important that you don't play string 6. So I'm going to take my thumb and plant it on top there, just so you don't end up making sound with that 6th string. And the reason for that is the 6th string's name is E. And if you play an E in the bass with an A minor chord above it, although technically that is what you would consider a slash chord, it's not what we're going for unless we're specifically going for a slash chord. So the name of the chord, that letter always has to be the lowest note played. And if you have an inversion on guitar or piano, then you'll have a bass player that will be handling the job of playing that root note as the lowest frequency within your harmonic structure, right? The 2 chord in the key of A minor is what's called B half diminished 7, or B diminished. Now I'm not going to go through that one specifically because the diminished chord doesn't really get used that often, especially in the early stages of learning guitar, or learning anything musical, quite frankly. So we're just going to hold off on that, alright? I really want you guys to just absorb what's absolutely necessary, when it's necessary, and learn the important stuff when it's actually time to. So, skipping over chord 2, we're going to go straight to chord 3. Chord 3 is the C major chord. Alright? And we've done this before in other lessons. You have the 5-3, the 4-2, and the 2-1, and again you need to avoid that string 6. Alright, there's your C chord. The next chord in the key of A minor is your D minor. Alright? So we have 3-2, 2-3, and 1-1. And we're going to be playing 4 open as the root D, because that is the D string, and we have to avoid the top 2 strings also. There's your D minor chord. Next is your 5 chord. Now I want everybody to pay close attention, because there's, like I said in the last minor scale video, there are several minor scale variations, various types of minor scales. And this one being the natural minor, we're going to have the 5 chord unaltered, which means if you look at your A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the E minor chord is what's formed from those notes. You have the E, and then the G, and then the B. That is an E minor chord. Typically 5 chords will want to be major chords, making them the dominant chord. But in the natural minor key, we have an E minor, which is 5-2 and 4-2, and of course you're strumming all 6. Alright? There are 2 more chords that we have to touch on. There is the F major, which I'm going to play as a major 7, because you can, and I love the major 7 sound. That is 4-3, 3-2, and 2-1 with the first string being open. Remember to avoid the top 2 strings. Alright? And then the last chord is the G chord. It's just good old G major, using all 6 strings. We have 6-3, 5-2, and 1-3. Alright? So there you have all of the chords within the key of A natural minor, omitting the 2 chord, which is the diminished chord. Again, we'll get into that more in the future when we get into jazz, but for right now, you just want to think about the majors and the minors, and occasionally the dominant chord. Like I said before, in the natural minor scale, there is no dominant chord. Being major, it's you could say it still functions as a dominant chord, but it is a minor chord, so its resolution back to the 1 happens to be not as strong. And I will do a video on that in the future. So if anybody has any questions, please leave them in the comments. If anybody thinks that I'm not giving enough information, or that I'm rushing, or that I need to go in depth more, I will address that to make these videos better. I am here to serve the people that need help. All I ask is that you like and subscribe, and have a great day. Take care.